Great awakening, light lords. Grand rising to those who have not yet awoken. To know that the time of battling with self, about which name that you put on something, to know, to try to see which is better, is over. The time for all of that is over. Okay? The name of the thing has no purpose until you attach an energy, until you attach a specific type of will or power to that thing. Once you attach some type of principles or actions or mindset or feeling or sensation to that thing, then the name of it, what you can perceive the name is, whether it's gibberish or whether it's something that you can sensibly hear, then it doesn't mean anything. See, people are out here battling with themselves. They're battling with each other over the names of deities, over the names of deities, and they're battling over which one is the better one. This is crazy. This is, oh my gosh. Why are you even focused on what type of God? I mean, the name. Why are you even focused on the name of the God that you're using in your life or evoking into your life? Evoking, which is a form of witchcraft and magic, and everybody religious is doing this. Everybody religious is evoking and using witchcraft and magic, but a lot of their books are talking about don't use witchcraft and don't use magic. It's crazy to me. But this is the type of lower level thinking and lower level being that people are on today. Like, this is not natural thinking. This is not natural thinking, okay? You can know that you have specific energies around and within self as a human being, but to say that one of those specific energies is objectively better than the other one is not logical, because each part of self is being used for something beneficial to existence. Each part of self, every part of self has its purpose and its positive influence on existence. So you got to get in the details. Like I've been saying the last few videos, you got to get down into the specifics of everything and why everything works. And people call this energy, this immortal, this infinite energy, they call it Allah, they call it God, they call it Osiris, all these different gods, all these different names. They call it something. Even science calls it energy. You see what I'm saying? The universe, they got all types of names for this type of energy, some type of divine energy. But the only reason we have any words, is because of the human concept. The only reason we formulate words in specific languages, and communicate with each other in that way is because of the different environments that we place ourselves in, and the reciprocation of information from the light that we get within that environment, and in turn formulating a certain mindset and then creating a being that takes this environment around it and formulates it to his specific type of thought. So now we're all speaking different languages and have different words and definitions for the same. I mean, we have different words, but that define the same thing. We have different words that define the same thing. Thousands, millions and thousands of different words and that pair with one definition. Okay. This is why, pardon me, this is why we got to actually look at the definition instead of looking at, okay, instead of looking at what what who you call on as God, who you call on as the universal energy or all-knowing, omnipotent, and omnipresent being that can help you in your life, may be different from what another person is calling that deity. That what they can perceive. You see what I'm saying? This is all psychology. Like, you can only perceive from how much you can only perceive from how much information you can intake. Okay, that's why it's people that don't care what type of, you know what I'm saying, God you worship. They don't care about none of that. They care about your energy, what type of person you are, and how your character is. That's what they care about. They're focused on humanity, and that's why so many atheist societies are flourishing more than religious Islamic, Christian, or Jewish, or any type of Hindu, Buddhist. I mean, like, there are atheist societies that are flourishing more than that because they focus on morality. They focus on having proper morality and proper reciprocation of energy between one another. Okay, they're not focused on what type of what they like. What the fuck? Like, what is that? That's why they battling with religious people. Like, bro, like, what the heck? Because they actually follow science, and a lot of them, even though they may have some misinformation, just like the many religions and different types of scientists and scholars, but they focus on natural law first. There are atheists that focus on natural law first, and they are saved because they are saved even though they don't name a specific deity, for what they know in their mind is righteousness and goodness. They don't name it anything. They just know what their energy is. They define the energy and they define it for themselves, and then by them just defining it, no matter what name it is, they already know that they're going to get something good out of that. Okay, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, this is the battle of the gods. That's why they have these movies. They have movies on the battle of the gods, and they got books with gods, you know, polytheistic books. They got a whole bunch of monotheistic books. They got the triune God. They got the one God. They got, you know, everything is the God. Everything is God. That's what people don't. That's what you got to understand. You got to look in your reality. Everything is very simple in nature. Okay, everything is very simple in nature. Everything that you see and experience is a reflection of you being. So when you see that it's a realm full of all of these different so-called gods, what does that mean? That means that everything is God. That means that all of these different so-called gods represent or have a specific ability or power or principality that they're over. Okay, and they all relate back to something in nature. It's over with. You see what I'm saying? It's just we get so confused. We go into the story so much that we bond our attention with that. We bond our energy with that, our energy and motion, our emotions and our feelings to these stories. You see, that's how the brain works. We bond our feelings to stories. You see? So when people go to the movie, you know you're not in the you're not actually, your physical body is not actually in the film, but when you're watching a movie, you'll get so caught up in that film to it'll be like a dramatic scene or something, and you will begin to cry or feel sad. You want to know why? Because whatever electromagnetic energy comes into the brain, it formulates that as a reality for the rest of the body. That's how the brain works. So we got to start subconsciously programming. We got to start putting stuff in our reality, things that we see all the time, things that we sense all the time, taste, you know, touch, smell, hearing, and feeling. You see what I'm saying? Like, all of them, bro. And smelling, all of it. We got to start putting specific things into our reality that we wish to experience. You see? That's subconscious programming. Subconscious programming 101. You got to put everything around you. You got to surround yourself with something that you're trying to get to, or trying to get to the next level within your own mind. You know what I'm saying? So all of these people battling about which God you know what I'm saying, you serve and all that bull crap, bro. You got to read every book. Then if that's the case, you got to know your enemy. If you focus on one guy, you think that's the best guy and everybody else is the enemies, then you got to read all of the other people's books, study your enemy so you can know them. When you read all them other guys' books and stuff, you gonna think about the book that you already wrote, the first book you wrote, that said that was the best guy, and then all the rest of the guys you shouldn't worship, or you shouldn't, call on them or use their energy, and you read all of them, you gonna be like, hey man, it's something going on. It's something going on, bro. Because even in the, even in certain books, they talk about other gods. It's the battle of the guys, bro. It's the battle of the guys. I'm a big guy, and I'm like, I'm the best, cause I'm the guy, cause I got the power. I got all power within this realm. I got all power within this realm. So that makes them narcissistic. That's how you know that makes them narcissistic, by actually saying that I'm the best guy, but saying that all the rest of the gods have no other power, without my power. But the thing is, once you know that you're a god and you have all power within your own realm, then that's enough. You have all power within your own realm. You're not impeding yourself upon someone else's reality. You are creating your own reality, and you know that you have control over your own reality. So, and any other gods in their realities, if they wish to help out my reality, then they can help. And if I wish to help their reality, then I will help. But if they don't, if they think they're the best God and they want to try to stomp on my reality, then I will have to just show them that, this is my reality. And I don't want you trying to, come and invade over here without helping. If you're trying to distract me from what I'm doing and lower my vibration, then it's OV. You can't do that, bro. I'm gonna keep my vibration the same, and I'm gonna keep it high. Okay? So the battle of the guys is just a facade, man. We're in this illusion, this matrix, and we just gotta get through the grid. We gotta put in the right codes. We gotta start focusing on the right stuff, man. We gotta start focusing on the right stuff. We gotta start focusing on actual morals, okay? On actual morals and nature. We gotta focus on how nature works, how nature moves, how everything is, okay? You gotta know what is. You can't just read a book and then say, ah man, just because this book said it, and because I went into the story that deep and felt what they were saying in that reality, that it is exactly how you see it when you get your eyes away from that book. Like, for real. You got to study your world around you, man. For real. There was a time when we didn't even need a book. I am JAH, and I am here to live out and teach higher wisdom as an example for the collective consciousness. And there was a time where you didn't even need a book. You were just, and those genes are becoming more dormant because of the sunlight. So it's time for us to become more awakened. There's people that are saying they hashtag woke, but they're not awakened. They're not, they're focused on dogmas and classes. But I'm gonna get out of here. Share and subscribe. Go add my other go add my other pages. They're under my description in all of my videos on YouTube. And everyone have a great energy flow. Have a great energy flow. Okay? Have a great energy flow. Observe your energy as it's flowing through you, because your body is a channel. Okay? Go watch the rest of my videos. If you go skim through my videos if you don't understand some of the stuff that I've just talked about in this video, and awaken yourself, man. Awaken yourself. Let's get these vibes up. I love myself, and I am here to live out and teach higher wisdom as an example for the collective consciousness. Share and subscribe. Peace.